Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I'm a homeschool mom to 3. Today I'm going to be sharing some really wonderful Christmas books. I love watching these videos from people to give me some ideas of some holiday books or winter themed books that I can check out from the library or purchase and add to our collection. We really love reading in general, picture books. All my kids, even my oldest child, loves picture books. I did one of these videos last year. I will go ahead and link that up above for you so you can get even more ideas. This year, I checked out a bunch of holiday books, winter themed books from the library, and I kind of sorted through them. I read them and I found some really awesome ones, and so I wanted to share those with you. I also purchased a few winter and holiday books as well that I want to share with you too. The first book that I'm going to talk about is something that we're adding to our holiday kind of routine, and we used a book last year that was kind of like you read a chapter every single day, and there's usually like a craft or some kind of project or recipe that follows each chapter. Last year we read How Winston Delivered Christmas, which is about a mouse. It does have Santa in it, so if you don't like books with Santa Claus in it, you might not love that one, but we really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was a super cute story. This year, I found out that they have a second one now, and this one is called How Winston Came Home for Christmas. And we haven't read this one yet, so I'm not entirely sure what the story is about, but it has the same characters from the first book, Winston the mouse, and then all the friends that he met along his journey in the last book. And this book is so beautiful. It's such a good quality. The illustrations are wonderful. The chapters are short and sweet, and the projects are great. And so this is going to be part of our December routine. My kids really enjoyed this last year, and so I know that they're gonna love reading this one this year. They were so excited when I showed them that there was a second book. This is a book we added to our collection this year. This is called One Wintry Night. I think it's a pretty well-known book. It is kind of like a storytelling way of telling the Christmas story, and it follows the journey of a little boy, and then I think he's like injured or something, and a woman takes him in and starts taking care of him, and she tells him the Christmas story. And the Christmas story in this book starts from creation and goes through resurrection. And so that's like a really cool broad overview of, you know, Jesus and his story and mission and all of that. And so I'm excited to read this one this year with my kids. It is a longer book, and it is split up into like chapters. So you could read like a chapter every day or something like that. And actually, A Year of Learning makes a unit study that goes along with this book. So if you're looking for a Christmas or holiday Advent study, and you want to use this book, you could check out her website and see if that's something that you would be interested in adding to your routine as well. The Snowy Day. Now, this isn't technically like a Christmas or holiday book, but it's about snow, and snow we relate to the holiday season. And so this book, actually, my youngest daughter is obsessed with this book right now. I don't know what it is about this story, but she wants it read over and over again. And actually, Amazon Prime came out with like a little Snowy Day. It's like a show, but there's only like one episode, and it is a Christmas episode, so it doesn't technically follow the Snowy Day story specifically, but it has the Snowy Day characters in there, and she really enjoys this book. So this is definitely something we're gonna be reading a ton this December. The Snow Dancer. Now, this is one of the books that is in my Hot Chocolate Unit Study book list, and this is all about snow, obviously. And there's this girl, and she wakes up on a snow day, and she's so excited because she gets outside before anybody else, and the hustle and bustle starts, and she just does like a ballet dance in the snow, and you can see like her beautiful moves and the tracks that she's making and all of that. She ends up teaching a little girl to be a snow dancer, and it's just like a cute story, and it's a fun like snowy story to read with your kids. One of the books that we checked out from the library is called The Finest Christmas Tree, and this is about a Christmas tree farmer who sells his Christmas trees, and every year he takes the money that he earns from his Christmas tree sales and buys his wife a new Christmas hat. One year though, he goes to sell his Christmas trees and nobody wants a real tree anymore. They all want an artificial tree because, you know, they can put it away for next year and they're just the best. And so nobody buys his Christmas tree. And he's really sad because he can't buy his wife her new hat. They get a mysterious letter from somebody who is interested in one of the trees, and that's all I'm going to tell you about the story. This does have like a hint to a Santa Claus feel. So if you, again, don't like Santa Claus, that's kind of in here, so maybe steer clear. But we really enjoyed this story. It was a sweet little one. Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree is a really super funny little story about a giant Christmas tree. Mr. Willoughby always gets like the biggest tree that he possibly can every Christmas. This year it's too tall, so they end up trimming the top of the tree off, and that top of the tree goes to someone else, and then they trim the top of the tree off, and that top of the tree goes to someone else. And so basically it's like this one tree stretches over many different people and families to become like their Christmas tree. And it's like a really sweet story, but it's also super silly. I personally love like super meaningful Christmas stories, but my kids also really like funny, silly ones. And so this definitely falls into that category. And yeah, we really liked it. Winter Cake is another book that is in my unit study of hot chocolate book selection, and this is about some forest animal friends. There's this, I don't know if he's like a woodchuck or something, but he makes a winter cake every Christmas for his forest friends, and he always dries the berries and seeds himself, and this year they go missing and he can't find them, and he's all disappointed because he can't make his winter cake. And basically this is a story of not making assumptions about people and friendship, and it's a really sweet story. The illustrations in here are beautiful. We really enjoy this one. 10 Ways to Hear Snow. I don't believe I mentioned this one last year, but I may have. We really like this one. This one is all about the sound of a quiet snow day and like the crunching of the snow and the scraping of the sidewalks and all the different ways that you can actually hear the sound of snow. And it follows this girl and her grandmother taking a wintry walk, and it is adorable. We really love this one. This is another Santa Claus one. This one is called Dasher, and it talks about Dasher the reindeer and her story. She starts out in a circus and somehow escapes the circus and finds Santa Claus having some issues with his sleigh, and so she helps out, and it's just like a really sweet story. The illustrations are beautiful, and it's just fun, a really fun tale. Apple Tree Christmas is about a family who has a farm, and they have their favorite apple tree that they absolutely love. They harvest the apples, they make a bunch of stuff out of the apples. They even use the apples for Christmas tree decorations. The little girl in this story uses one of the branches in the tree as like her art studio, and she draws all the time in the branches. Her other sister likes to swing from the branches, and one day there's a major blizzard ice storm, and the tree unfortunately is taken down in the storm, and she kind of loses hope of ever really being truly happy again because she loved her tree so much. And it's a really sweet story. I'm not going to give away the ending, but we really like this one. The last one I'm going to talk about is Cozy, and this is, I feel like, a very classic tale. I think a lot of people have read this, but it's about Cozy the ox. He is a lone ox in a very cold climate in the winter, and suddenly some of his animal friends or neighbors figure out that Cozy's fur is super warm and nice and dry, and so they all kind of like end up climbing up in his fur, and he houses them through a winter. And it's just a funny book, but also like sweet at the same time, and we really like this one. So if you guys enjoyed seeing some of our favorite Christmas books for this year, again, make sure you check out the video I did last year for even more ideas. There's some really great ones in there that we will still be reading again this year. And I would love to know some of your favorite Christmas books, so definitely leave those down below. Even winter themed books down below. I would love that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.